Hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. Today's title is Who Are You Listening To? Who are you listening to? So, wait for Facebook to actually throw some people on here and then we'll get started. Thank you, Facebook, for going out there and sending this message to all the people. And I really enjoy doing these videos, so it's going to be a fun time. So there's Mr. Jackman. Thank you, Craig. I love and appreciate you. Hello, my lovely wife, Terry, Bill. Thank you, Craig. And I'm going to get started. So now, one of the first things I'm going to start out with is, before I talk about who are you listening to, is I want you to really simply ask yourself a question. Here's a simple question that I'd like for you to ask yourself, but I'll ask you on this video. What would be, and there's, short-term goals and sort of long-term goals and then super long-term goals, right? But what would be a perfect day? I talk about this in some of my other videos, and again, you guys can get my free book by going to roberthollis.com/free. I'll give you a PDF and of this book, and it's also in Spanish. And also an audio on Amazon. And one of the things that I want to share with every one of you is that I went through transitions in my life based on who inspired me, who was inspiring me, okay? And I'll give you just a really rough thing. I share in my videos on I listened to people that taught me how to get leads, and then they taught me how to sell to those leads. That's very interesting, since I found out that I'm not a sales type. So you can understand why that way of doing business wasn't working for me. And so it is funny, but sad, that 95% of the people in life are non-sales types. And so what they do is they listen to and learn from people that are sales types. This would be like you name something that you despise, that you hate. And I know that hate is a strong word. But can you imagine listening to that person about doing anything? It's like, I know I'm making fun here, but there's people out there that teach relationships, how to have a successful relationship, that have been through a lot of relationships, including a couple of divorces. It just cracks me up. Hi, Phyllis. Hi, Anad. Hi, Randy. Hi, Kai, Deb, Stephanie, Arthur, Chris. Wow, great group. Dustin. Thank you guys for getting on here. I really appreciate it. And so here's something that I thought. What I did is I followed people and listened to people that had what I thought that I wanted. Has this ever happened to you? Yeah. So I want to give you guys what my current goal is, so that each and every one of you know that if you continue listening to me, then this is what I am trying to achieve, okay? So I was taught how to do this business radically different than what I see in the world. It couldn't be more from the opposite of the way I was taught. Wow. Some people are going to go, uh-oh. Yeah. So here was the dream people that inspire Robert Hollis, that I want to emulate, that I want to mirror and match, that I want to be like, okay? And it's going to surprise some of you. First of all, they're all living. And one of the people that followed this to a T of a current example is a guy named Jeff Roberti. He'll probably crack up when he finds out that I said his name. Now, Jeff Roberti has, listen closely, 1 million subscribers, 1 million active subscribers. So on Business from Home, I think they call him now the $110 million man. Now, what a great example, because he's the one that sponsored my mentor. So I was learning from both of them. Now, one of them has stayed with the same company since I met him. I believe this would be 87 or 88. So if we did that really cool math there, let's take 2020, 2022. Let's take minus 1987. 35 years. I should have known that number. I met him. That's what got me in the industry, okay? So now listen closely. This guy has been with the same company even though it's changed names. So it used to be called NSA, National Safety Associates. We sold water and air filtration systems, okay? And I believe that it was, not believe, I know that it was, in 1992, end of 91, they decided that they were going to go in a different direction because they wanted this thing called subscriptions. The old word for it is auto ships. People that bought every month a loyal, satisfied customer base. Well, we're selling water filters. And so the water filters needed to be replaced every 3 years. Not a real good residual income. So you guys are going to see where I'm going over these next couple of days here, because I'll be doing a video every day at noon on here, and I'm going to also put them on my YouTube channel. But you guys can go to roberthollis.com/free and really understand a unique way, and in my opinion, the very best way to build a loyal, satisfied subscription of people, okay? So now, moving forward, understand that this guy, Jeff Roberti, has over 1 million people that buy every single month. So there's a lot of numbers that you hear in this industry. First, a person may brag about how many people they have in their group. A better number would be how many active people are in your group. That could be an impressive number. A better number yet is, what do you make off that group of people? Would you make last month? Would you make the month before? Would you make the month before? Because I've been in programs where I've had 758,000 people in my group, Melody and Craig, a few people that are on here was with me in that company. And hi, Patricia. Hi, Gabe. Hi, Melody, Linda, Patricia. There we go. Thank you. And so listen to this. This is where people, in my opinion, really, really mess up, right? Because in my due diligence, I sort of challenged myself, and I told some of you a book that rocked me was Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And you can look that up in the YouTube videos as well. And all of a sudden, I realized that I had to go from a consumer mentality to not just an employee mentality to self-employed, but I needed to become a business owner. And that's when everything in my mind started to shift. And all of a sudden, I know that you guys will be blown away, but I do not sell the product. I'll say that again. I do not focus and sell the product, because I know from the mentors I'm going to tell you about this week is there's two guys other than Jeff Roberti. And so Jeff Roberti learned from this guy named Don Fala. And Don Fala learned also had this, what I would call Yodas in the industry, is Big Al Schroeder. And all of a sudden, I find out that these two wise, super, super wise individuals had over 1 million people that were active in their group. 1 million people that was active in their group. To me, that is lifestyle. To me, that is freedom. To me, that's the ultimate treasure. So what Robert Hollis's first goal is how fast can I hit 55,555 subscribers? Because I know the numbers. So if the numbers are 55555 times 90 in personal volume, that ends up being $50 short. So now I got to say 55556. So that's 4,999,950. That's funny. So you guys always know that I'm just being me, right? And so what's really unique about what I just said is, do you notice that the way that My Daily Choice is designed, and the way a lot of companies are designed, is you just need to create the volume to get the master affiliate position. Now, just roughly going through the numbers of that position, it would put you really, really close between, 600 and a 600,000 and $1 million a month in income. So, yeah. So why am I going for it? Because it's there. Hey, Jay, everybody congratulate Jay, he's a new affiliate. And so the reason that I bring this up is the stuff that I'll be sharing with you for the rest of this week is going to be vastly, vastly, vastly different than the stuff that is currently being taught out there. So, my goal is to have a loyal, really close group of people that want to supplement and eventually double, if not replace, their income. Then from there, if they continue to do the same model, they will achieve the kind of income that this industry is known for. But it's based on, listen closely, it's based on a lot of people doing a little bit and not 5% of the people doing everything. So Big Al Schroeder and Don Fela have figured out in this industry, just like a company called Amway. See, I did a video, and it's in my YouTube, on why is Amway's kicking everyone's ass? Why does this company, not only the number one company, but been number one virtually since they started, and they increased their income by $400 million last year. They increased their revenue more than the majority of companies that do this business. And it's 1,000% when people listen to them, what they're focused on, what they're trying to create. And with NBC and Josh Wago being in the forefront, to think that right now I'm everything that I'm going to teach is based on building a loyal, satisfied subscription model. Now, if you look at the subscription model, companies that started out like Costco You know, there's these places that have come up with memberships, and if you looked how much Costco makes off their monthly memberships or their yearly memberships, it'll blow your mind. But let's take it to the highest model. That's Apple. So Apple in the last quarter of last year, listen, made $34 billion. $34 billion net profit. Net profit off, I believe it was 785 million subscribers. Subscribers to music, subscribers to the cloud, subscribers to the TV, subscribers to the app on the TV, subscriptions of everyone that buys anything off Apple apps. The revenue that you can make off building a very successful group of subscribers is the key to my goal. My goal is to have an abundance of money that I can give to charities, secure my legacy, make sure that my grandchildren's children and their children are taken care of, to build a legacy. That's my goal. And so I'm blessed because I always talk about, people say, well, check this company out, check this company out, check this company out. And my deal is, listen, if they're not 5 years old and you can't introduce me to someone that's going to show me the documentation that they make off their subscribers, and it's got to be residual. So there's a lot of people out there that a lot of people are listening to that they make their money in a different way. You guys have heard me talk a lot about my mentor, Bill Gould. It was really obvious when I started working with him that he had this concept in his head that I'm going to share with you from Don Fela. But then he turned it into making a lot of money, like Dexter Yeager from Amway. They turned it into making a lot of money from their training, a lot of money from selling merchandise and selling, sweatsuits and selling tickets and promoting seminars. And so if you want to be a brand and you want to build a seminar company and you want to always be promoting and selling us tickets to the next event, then those are the people that you listen to. So I need you to sort of mentally think in your mind, what is the person that you're listening to? What is their main source of income? What do they make the most money doing? And if it's from promoting and selling books and selling courses and doing seminars and being paid to speak on the stages of the world, by the way, I've done that. It wasn't for me. Do you know why it wasn't for me? Too complicated. I couldn't teach others to do it. So then I went back to this model where I could find a Robert Hollis that was broke with no confidence, pretty angry at the world, a victim, and didn't consider himself very smart. And I could take that broke person with no electricity and show him the information, or her, the information that I learned, so that they could supplement, double, replace their income and make as much as they want by teaching other people those same principles. So a lot of you moving forward are going to have a difficulty because you're going to want to continue to do things that you learned, taught, and executed that didn't get you the results that you wanted, but you still feel the need to teach the stuff that haven't gotten you the results. That's weird to me, but okay. So there's a phrase that a lot of you have heard in closing here is, how do you know that? How do you know that? And that was a lesson I learned from a billionaire, because I wanted to feel like I was part of the group and working for him, and he would always ask suggestions from the people that work for him. Amazing leader, by the way. And Roger Penske said, I raised my hand and I said, I'll say it and say something. So I started to say it, and then he interrupted me and he said, can I ask you a question? I said, sure. And he goes, how do you know what you're telling me is fact? I said, excuse me? He goes, how do you know what you're telling me is actually fact? I don't. And he goes, Robert, what if the only time you shared any information, is you took the time to do the due diligence to actually find out if it's true, not hearing from someone that heard it from someone, that heard it from someone, that heard it from someone, a game as kids we used to call whisper down the lane. Today we just call it rumors, right? So how many times has Jennifer Aniston actually been pregnant? Every month, because her picture sells covers, it sells magazines. So it's like, all of a sudden I got to this place in my life where I questioned everything I knew. Everything I knew. And then I started finding out stuff that weren't true. Like, for example, the only way to make money is to get educated and get a job. Not true. Not true. Why do people buy lottery tickets? Yeah, because that's another way. There's millions and millions of ways to make money. But what you got to do is you got to choose what your end goal is, what your very end goal is. And then find someone that has done that, and most importantly, is willing to show you documentation that they did that. The golden grail, the golden ticket would be to find someone that not only was good at doing it, would show you the documentation, but better yet, they share with you people that they taught those fundamentals and basics and mastering mundane to, that are now multi-millionaires with the same lifestyle. So there's a lot of people out there that are teaching a lot of stuff. And if you really, really understood this industry, which is my goal to continue to do that, then you would be focusing and your intentions would be on totally different things, attracting those people and creating, therefore, that result. There's a lot of people in this world that would rather be heard and rather be right and rather be trainers and branding people instead of actually figuring out what most people want in life, and that's freedom and not having to worry about money anymore. There's a lot of people that don't understand the technical stuff of being a brand. There's a lot of people that are never, ever going to do a video consistently on YouTube or any other platform. There's a lot of people that are never going to be sales types. Never going to be sales types. And so, moving forward, I want to build a large organizations of people. Hey, Melton, thanks for advertising on my wall. See, that's exactly what not to do. Do you guys get that? It's like people are just so weird. This guy's doing a video offering wisdom to people to help them be successful, and I think I'll advertise on it. It's like, all right, okay, great. So that was perfect timing, by the way, teaching people what not to do. So I love and appreciate you guys, and please share this video. Moving forward next week, I'm going to do a whole group of things that are just taught on those of you that are non-sales types that would like to build an organization like you, so we become who we hang around, that we all work together and build a camaraderie of everyone using premium quality products that are better for our family, and how to be in profit each and every month and move forward to whatever goal of financial freedom that we want. So I believe in you. I love and appreciate you. Please share this with people that you know. And I'll see you tomorrow, and take care. And if no one's giving you permission to succeed in life, let me be the first. Love and appreciate you. Bye for now.